Hey everybody, Nick DiVirgilio here. It is GearFest 2019, and I have a really special guest in studio with me, Jared Falk from Drumeo.
Thanks for having me.
Man, this is so cool having you here. I was super blessed and lucky to go to Drumeo we thought about a year and a half ago. Yeah. I've been a fan of the channel for a really long time. So many great lessons. All the cats get to go play on Drumeo. I always wanted to do it, and I got the opportunity a year and a half ago, and it was a great time.
Thank you.
So congratulations, first off, on what you've built. I mean, we talked about it, your passion for drumming, but you built something from the ground up to this amazing educational site. Just the world of drumming lives at Drumeo. It's fantastic.
Thank you. Don't jinx it. So
yeah, I'm not going to.
Yeah, no, I feel incredibly lucky to get to do what I do. I literally can bang on the drums all day if I want to, although it's not always like that, as you know. Business is business. So yeah, it's just the world's best job, I think.
So what was the light bulb that went off, the idea for Drumeo? How did that come about?
I was teaching a private lesson, and I felt like I was repeating myself over and over again.
Okay.
And I thought, there's got to be a better way to deliver this sort of information, especially the information that is the same.
Okay.
And I had this student named Rick Kettner, and he was a high school dropout, dropped out when he was 15, and went to Texas to work for Palm Pilot's company.
Right.
And he was really into drumming, so he uploaded videos. This is back in around 2002, 2003, and the videos were getting a ton of downloads. And so he was telling me this, and he wasn't that good at the drummer at the time. He was still really trying to push himself, but he was really one of the only ones uploading videos because it was very hard just to even put a video online.
Yeah, the time just to upload a video must have taken forever.
Yeah. And then, but there was like 12,000 people that had downloaded it. Okay. So I'm like, well, we should go into business, and we should start selling. With filming and selling videos. And I had been studying eBay. eBay was really big that time as a way to reach customers. And so we started filming videos, and I put them on eBay. I still have my power seller status, although I don't sell on eBay anymore. Right. And that was kind of the start. And so for years we kind of floundered trying to figure it out.
Right.
And then in 2005 we published a DVD just teaching like a one-handed roll technique, like it's using the rim. Right. And that was kind of our first step into more of the traditional publishing world when it was like DVDs and books. Sure. And so from there it just kept on progressing.
That's killer. So now how many employees do you have now? How many people in your team?
There's around 40 to 45. So it's hard to find developers where I am. So I have 5 developers in-house, and I have 4 developers in Romania. Then we have like a staff member in Portugal and Japan.
That's cool.
Like you can work anywhere, right?
Yeah, totally. Their facility is really cool. Really nice studio, great control room, lots of gear, drum pictures everywhere. I mean, it's the world
Your
of drumming.
picture's there.
My picture's there even now. This is great. Yeah. So I got a little bit of notes from our friend Natalie, and just because I want to get the numbers right. And I bet you since yesterday these numbers have maybe even changed a bit. Okay? And you tell me if I'm wrong, because I couldn't memorize these, so I have to cheat sheet here. Yeah. But subscribers, 1,091,635 subscribers, 1,041 videos. It seems like there would be more, but that's a lot of videos, of course. But
Drumeo is a bit of an iceberg in that.
Before I get to the next number, you also have Guitario, right? And you have how many video subscribers to that?
I think around 500,000 on that channel.
That's a lot. So it's similar as Drumeo. You just do guitar lessons, right? Yeah. And you have Piano Note, right? And how many subscribers there?
There's like 170,
So, like, when you're covering a lot of bases, and I got a great spec from Natalie as we were sitting down to do this interview. So you have 206 million views.
Yeah.
Is there more than that?
I don't know. She added it up. So whatever she added.
But that is also the population of the country of Indonesia.
Well,
so I thought that's such an interesting number, right?
Yeah.
But that's awesome. My whole point is saying this. That's just awesome that you've built such a cool thing, and people now know to come to Drumeo to learn drums, and it's just a great place to not get content, but the way you talk to the drummers, you let them be free while they're giving their lessons to let their personality shine. It's really cool.
Yeah, our goal with each lesson is a student will watch it and then go to their instrument and practice.
Right.
And that doesn't happen all the time. I don't even think it happens half the time. It's a very hard thing to track. But if we do accomplish that, we're through the digital internet, we're creating a physical result for the student and actually getting them behind their guitar or on their drum set or something like that. So
that's awesome. So now, I don't think this is a strange question, but do you still feel the need, because you can get a lot of great content at Drumeo and get real education, do you still think it's important for a student to have a teacher to go to, a one-on-one person to be in the same room?
I don't think it's necessary. It really depends on the student, though.
Okay.
So we find like younger kids trying to use Drumeo, like they'll go and browse YouTube and stuff, but they need someone to hold them more accountable, as well as kind of help make physical adjustments behind the set. But if you look at people who are actually learning and just doing it all on their own, there's lots of them.
Right.
I've had so many people, even here at Sweetwater, come up to me and say, I've started with your free drum lessons videos, which are 10 or 11 years ago now, and that's been my entire education, and now I'm playing in a band, and now I'm doing this, and so it's happening that way, whether the private teachers like it or not. I know no one likes to hear that, but it's just the reality of the way things are going.
Sure. Well, and you can be anywhere in the world and get this education.
Yeah, and our thing is more like technology meets tradition, in that we don't remove the human element from Drumeo. It's not something where there's other things that are like tool based when it comes to learning, where you just basically like plug your guitar in and it tells you whether you're playing right or wrong. It's like a computer's teaching you. We find those don't really teach you as much as the why and help you really develop your creativity and musicality. So we do things in Drumeo where we will have those technology-based tools, but we do things where every student can reach out to us. Any student can submit a video and get personalized feedback.
That's great.
We get 400 to 500 messages a day. So we do something called student plans, whereas if you sign up to Drumeo, it's $30 a month. You can submit a form. We will find the right lessons for you. We'll create a PDF and say, hey, here's your plan. Let us know when you need another one. And that's unlimited. You can get as many as you want.
That's amazing. It's really similar to what Sweetwater does. The customer service that you provide is a huge part of your business.
Yeah.
You really connect with the people that are coming to your site.
Yeah, you actually care about getting them the result that they signed up for, whether it's gear or lessons. You guys do lessons here too, I'm sure.
No, but that's exactly what was Chuck's impetus for this place.
Yeah.
Customer service from day one.
Yeah.
And that's why people keep coming back.
Yeah.
So that's awesome. All right, so a side note, you have all kinds of great drummers coming to your studio to play. Some of my favorites in the world. And you've also drummed in some very unique places. You do leave the Drumeo studio every once in a while to go drum in some exotic places.
Exotic.
Or, just different.
Yeah.
So can you tell the viewers a couple of the crazy places you've brought drums and recorded and played them?
Yeah. So I still am creative. Like I am in my office most days. Like I don't actually get to play drums all the time. Right. So I think it was a year ago or a year and a half ago, I'm like, I need some sort of creative outlet. I need to just like you go in any band would go in the studio and spend a bunch of money on an album, and it's just fun to create. And so I thought, well, I'm going to do something creative, but I'm just going to make it something business related so I can write it off, but it's definitely not profitable. So I went and did film documentaries at Paisti. I went to in Switzerland.
Right.
I went to Japan to Tama factory, and then I went to Sonar in Germany. Right. And so I really wanted to tell the stories of the businesses. They all have very interesting stories. Really discuss the reasons why they do what they do, what makes them unique. Because I'm a big proponent of consumers buying more into the why as opposed to the what. And especially something like drums, which is a round pieces of wood with hardware drilled to them. Like, what is the difference really? Most people can't actually tell if they did a blind test. Right. So what are people getting attached to? They're getting attached to the brands in some way, and storytelling and the purpose of the company really helps. So that was kind of my pitch to the companies, and that's I think why they opened their doors to us. But they were so hospitable. Man, it was so much fun. Like the food that we got to eat. At Paisti, we went into like the neighboring farmer's field with the Swiss Alps in the background and the river and the high-speed train going through, and we had a drone camera, and there's cows surrounding me, and they got more and more curious as I played. It was like a super surreal experience.
Yeah, cool.
And then in Japan, we rented a temple, and we hired a taiko drumming group called Taiko. They're called Taiko Center, and we set up a kit in this temple, and we wanted to kind of blend modern instruments with the ancient form of taiko drumming. And so I sent them a whole like list or like a whole recording of like a drum piece that I wanted to kind of play along with them, they never even listened to it. So we just like basically jammed, and they had their pre-written pieces. Okay. But it was so much fun.
I can imagine. It must have been. Yeah. It must have sounded great in a temple.
It sounded incredible, and it was just that was like my creative outlet. That's what I did for fun. Yeah. Definitely spent a lot of money. It's not like we can recoup that, but it was just fun. It's just fun to do that kind of stuff.
That's cool, man. Well, you deserve it. You've built something cool, and that's really neat.
Thanks, man.
All right, so I asked a couple crazy questions. So, because you live and breathe drums 24/7, just about probably. So, what do you do when you're not drumming?
I hang out with my kids. I have a 6 and 8-year-old boys. I hang out with my wife. My kids, when a couple of years ago, before they got iPads, they were really into Lego, so I started getting back into Lego. So then I bought a bunch of Lego, and that's what I do to like de-stress.
There you go.
I guess, and then I'll go for bike rides. We live in a beautiful area in Canada.
Oh, so, you do? Yeah. Where you guys? They're outside of Vancouver, and it's just gorgeous out there.
Yeah.
It's really good.
So I have a cabin up north I go to, and I go fishing. Yeah. It's like you quad into the private lake, and it's just it's a beautiful area. Cool. So I do lots of stuff like that. And
nice.
It's fun.
Okay. What's your favorite color for a drum kit?
My favorite color is blue all the time.
Okay.
Yeah, if you see like anything on Drumeo, I try and like make everything blue.
Right.
And they're just getting sick of it now. My staff just hates it.
Nice. What's the biggest drum kit you've ever played behind? Like, what's your normal setup? Let me ask that question first. Like 2 up, 1 down, 2 up, 2 down. What do you normally do?
Normal setup, what I practice on is just like a standard 5-piece kit.
Okay.
But that's because my drum room at home is like 6x6. Okay. But what I'd like to play, and what I play in the studio most of the time, is 2 up, 2 down. Okay. Yamaha Recording Custom. I have like a titanium Donette snare, a 6.5 by 14, and then Ron just hooked me up with a 6.5 by 14 George Way. So
great stuff.
Yeah, and they're both like matte white, and then the RC kit is piano black. So it's just like it's a beautiful kit.
Killer. Really good.
Yeah.
All right, this is your first time to Sweetwater.
Yeah.
So I mean, and please come back and visit us again. Maybe we can do some stuff together. It'd be fantastic.
Yeah.
And I just wish you all the best for Drumeo and much more success. And just congratulations on what you've made, and thank you for building the world of drumming to the heights that it has become.
Awesome, man. Thank you for having me. Next time I'm going to interview you.
Okay, great.
This feels weird.
Thanks for watching, everybody.